Right, what's up? What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashe. Thank you for finding me on this side of the internet. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy new moon in Gemini. I hope you guys are feeling the vibes. You're feeling the energy. You are speaking life over yourself, and you are rediscovering the multifacets of who you are, and really just tapping into the energy of individuality as well as collective wholeness. Okay. So I'm definitely feeling the vibes. I'm feeling the tea. And I'm feeling the energy. So I'm curious to see how you guys are feeling today. We're going to get into an amazing, powerful reading today, you guys, that is going to really help you to activate ancestral gifts as well as healing ancestral wounds that are blocking you from really stepping into your truest potential here in this life. A lot of times when we hear about ancestor veneration or the importance of healing our ancestors and the importance of honoring our ancestors, there's this approach to ancestor veneration that is met with resistance, okay? And the resistance that the ancestral healing is met with is because we don't feel as though the actions or the past traumas of our ancestors affect us to this day. And so what I want to do is to help you under this new moon in Gemini to reconstruct that thought process, that approach to ancestral healing, because it indeed will transform your life in so many ways. Because whether you know it or not, the wounds of your ancestors, the trauma of your ancestors, whatever issues within your family, 7 years back, 14 years back, 20 years back, it is directly impacting the way you experience life. And if you allow these wounds, if you allow these traumas to go unaddressed in hopes of carving your own path, you're going to find yourself met with so much resistance, okay? You're going to find yourself met with so much resistance. And so my spiritual team has been on me, okay? So I have created 3 oracle decks, you guys. I've been over here like a mad spiritual scientist cooking in the kitchen, okay? And I'm going to be publishing these oracle cards for you guys. But in the meantime, I've already been working with them and they're so powerful. So I have them written out. So we're going to use what we got, okay? All right? Y'all know I'm all about using what you got, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Y'all go ahead and tap that screen. Thank you, Nisi, for being in here, sharing space with me. And I want you guys to we're going to have a different vibe in today's reading, okay? And I want you guys to be really, really interactive, really expressive. This is a new moon in Gemini. I want you to use your words, okay? And I want you to take a few deep breaths in and just release whatever tension you may have, whatever anxiety or worry, stress. And I want you to fully be present here in the now, in the moment, with me, with us, because we are a collective body, right? And I want you to be fully here present with me in this moment as we dive deep into something that has the potentiality to truly transform your life on a soul level, on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, if you allow it. So what I want you to do is take a few deep breaths in and deep breaths out, and I want you to release any resistance you have to this reading and really sync yourself with the energy, with the frequency, with the vibration of inner standing what's really going on, okay? So I'm not going to be heavily in the comments, so I hope that my moderators will moderate, get the crazies on, because we don't have time for that, because I have one purpose here with you guys right now, and that is to help you guys really transform your life, okay? And remember, as always with these readings, take the messages that resonate. If you do not feel like this message resonates for you, that's okay. That is absolutely fine with me. That tells me that you're using your intuition. You're using your common sense, okay? And I love to see it, all right? So if you guys are ready and you're open and you're ready to receive, and you're not in this energy, you're not in this space with resistance, comment receive, okay? So we can go ahead and get started, you guys. This is going to be super powerful, okay? All right. I'm gonna be drinking water super often for today's today's live, you guys. Because when I tell you I'm channeling heavy stuff, your girl gets thirsty. Real thirsty. All right. So let's go ahead and clear the space out. Removing any resentment, removing any resistance, okay? Opening ourselves up to receive. And the birds are already starting to speak. All right. All right, you guys. So again, this reading, okay, this session, okay, it's going to be a true exploration of ancestral healing, of ancestral wounds, okay? And we're going to do this healing through chakra balancing. Ancestral wounds are carried through our DNA, through our energetic bodies, okay, through our physical bodies. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see what ancestral wounds or traumas are present that are influencing your current situation in your life right now, okay? And then we're going to figure out what chakra you need to balance, what needs to be done in order for you to heal, okay, this ancestral wound. We're going to pull some additional oracle cards and things like that live on camera as well. And then dun, 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 dun. A lot of people think that when we're healing ancestral trauma, it's just for the ancestors. It's for us as well. And so a lot of people talk about the trauma, but they don't talk about the ancestral gifts that we inherit, right? And so we're going to talk about the ancestral gifts that you're going to inherit as a result of you being proactive to doing this healing work, okay? Super excited. Okay. So again, that's the vibes. So first we're going to get started with our getting to the root of the problem, all right? And so this is going to help us to uncover the ancestral wounds or the traumas that are influencing our current situation. If you want to book a private reading with me that's more personalized with your individual ancestral trauma, then click the link in my bio. But what we're going to do is what I've set the intention for is for this to be a collective ancestral wound that will resonate with those who is meant to resonate, who are tuned into this energy. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's get to the root, you guys. Let's see the ancestral wounds or traumas that are influencing the collective's current situation. All right. So we have neglect, emotional or physical neglect by caregivers. Okay? Neglect, emotional or physical neglect by caregivers. So a lot of you guys right now have experienced a lot of emotional or physical discomfort as it relates to your mother, your father, your caregivers. You may hold on to a lot of resentment within your heart space of just really feeling like people didn't do you right. You know, there were a lot of things that wasn't addressed when you were a kid. There was just a lot of neglect. I'm going to even say health, you know, just feeling overall overlooked. Okay. And this is coming out as an ancestral wound because this is something that your ancestors also experienced. And this is why you are experiencing this energy as well. Okay. Let's see what else. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. So we have disownment, rejection, isolation, separation between family, loss, betrayal. So the generational wound here, the predominant one is disownment, okay? So a lot of your ancestors felt rejected and isolated, and they felt separated between their family. And so this is this energy here that's giving me that this may not resonate with everybody, but if you resonate with the term, the chosen one, then I'm really feeling like this message is for you guys, okay? Because the disownment wound here is talking about separation and rejection. Okay, so this is about you feeling rejected, or you feeling like the black sheep of the family. And because you felt rejected, you feel like the black sheep of your family, it caused you to feel as though you were being neglected by your caregivers. Because I feel, with the heart of compassion today, they really didn't understand you. Your family really didn't understand you. And their family didn't understand them. Their mother and father didn't understand them. And the cycle just can continue to repeat itself. And so there was a lot of energy within your lineage where if you didn't do a certain thing a certain kind of way, if you didn't live your life a certain kind of way, if you didn't choose to ignore the toxic trauma, if you didn't choose to ignore the things that your family needed to heal on, if you would have ignored it, you would have fit in. But there's something here about, some of your family where they couldn't ignore it. And those who couldn't ignore the trauma, okay, those who couldn't ignore this, they didn't fit in. And they felt rejected from the family, okay? I'm going to pull one more card from this deck to see, because I felt like this could stem from something else as well, okay? So let's pull one more card from this deck. And we're going to pull some clarifiers, all right? So we have loss of ancestral knowledge, okay? Colonialism, systems of oppression, all right? So it's like for some of you, this is what I'm hearing. You didn't go along with religion, okay? It never really resonated with you, right? It never really resonated with certain people within your family, okay? And because it didn't resonate with certain people in your family, you wanted, give me a second, y'all. Let me put this together. Because I'm hearing so many messages. I'm not going to rush it or feel overwhelmed or whatever. There's this loss of ancestral knowledge of where you really come from, of what your spiritual roots are, of what your ancestors really practice. And it has been lost through these systems of oppression, okay? It has been lost through these systems of oppression. And disownment or rejection is coming from your ancestors who did not accept this new way of thinking, accept this new wisdom, accept this tainted wisdom, okay? This is energy here is very spiritual. It's like some of these people could have rejected Christianity, for example, right? That's a huge, spiritual system, right? They could have rejected Christianity. Or a lot of your ancestors may had to accept, other ways of being or other ways of connecting spiritually for fear of rejection, for fear of being isolated or exiled, or from fear of being separated from family. And so this caused naturally a ripple effect within your lineage that manifested itself in the physical and emotional form of emotional or physical neglect by caregivers. And so there was a lot of silencing that has been going on in your lineage, okay? Hey, you don't think like that. Hey, you don't read those type of books. Hey, you don't question those type of things. And so it's almost as if out of survival, your ancestors had to emotionally and physically distance themselves from their children in order to keep them safe. Are you with me or are you stuck? Are you with me or are you stuck? And look at that. Underneath the deck, we have father wound coming out here. Toxic, absent, emotionally unavailable father. So the big wham bam, thank you ma'am, here is a father wound. So this is the divine masculine's energy that has been emotionally and physically neglectful, if that's a word, towards their children. And the reason why is from generations and generations and generations back, there's this loss of ancestral knowledge through these systems of oppression. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and let's pull some tarot cards to clarify these messages. Okay. And again, you guys, these things right now, they affect you. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, the Queen of Cups, you guys. Sorry, let me show y'all. We have the Queen of Cups right as I cut the deck. And then we have the Ace of Wands coming out in the reverse. So a lot of you guys grew up in a family where it was just the mom. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups energy. The Ace of Wands means a lack of masculine energy, right? And so maybe you're dealing with a mother and a father wound. Your mother had to be a certain way because of the lack of masculine presence in her life, in your life. And it's this repetitive cycle of women feeling the need to lead in a way that they were never meant to. Okay. And that's not anything to do with sexism or anything like that. Miss me with that BS. Okay. But having to play both roles has had a negative impact on your generation, on your ancestors, that has manifested itself from time and time again as emotional or physical neglect by your caregivers. And whenever your lineage is met with resistance, whenever there is a black sheep, a chosen one, a star seed that is born into this lineage in order to break these generational cycles to heal your lineage, which you are watching this right now, and this resonates with you, then you are that one. Not the two, not the three. You are that one. They are met with rejection, isolation, separation from the family, loss, because your lineage is resistant to this type of healing. And so you find yourself in a space to where it's very difficult for you to mend and heal something that tries so hard to separate itself from you. It's hard for you to heal a family that doesn't invite you places. It's hard for you to heal a mom who is jealous of you. It's hard for you to bring togetherness when everyone is against you. And so a lot of you guys are here to restore that ancestral knowledge. But you have to approach this situation with not only compassion, but with awareness, Spirit is saying. Because once you are aware, Spirit is saying, once you are aware that this is what's going on, it won't dismay you. It won't discourage you from doing the work. Okay? It won't discourage you from doing the work. Now that Spirit is saying right now, tell them you've been made aware now. These are why these things have been happening to you. And so your lineage was just taught not to question certain things. So let's move deeper into this reading. Let me get some water, you guys. I'm going to be taking a lot of water breaks because I'm channeling like heavy. All right, so let's get some clarification on this neglect. I hope you guys can see the cards. All right, so let's get some clarification here on this neglect, emotional and physical neglect by caregivers. Let's get a confirmation or a clarification on this, this card. Let's get some confirmation on this card. Wow. So we have here the Page of Swords coming out here. And I'm just going to read it here, you guys. Okay, it says malice, hypocrisy, suspicion, problems, someone who is unconcerned with the feelings of others. To clarify this neglect, emotional or physical neglect by caregivers. Okay, we have this card clarified with the Page of Swords. So again, from a young age, it's almost instilled in the children. Do not ask questions. Do not try to meet the authority that we have in place with any resistance, or you will be exiled. You will be rejected. You will be removed. So from a young age, with the Page of Swords here in reverse, to clarify this emotional and physical neglect by caregivers. It's like any type of curiosity, you guys see that here? Any type of curiosity that you may have as a child, it's met with instant, like I'm pushing you away. I'm emotionally distancing myself from you. I'm physically distancing myself from you. We don't deal with emotions over here. Get it together. Get out of your head. Get out of your feelings. There's this thing that I'm hearing here of there's this sense of just get out of your feelings. Making you feel lesser than. Get out of your feelings. We don't do that here. We don't get in our feelings here. We don't discuss things here. We don't open up. We're not vulnerable over here. We don't do that. And it's like when for a lot of you guys, I feel like you don't do that with your children, or you try your best. I feel like sometimes, this wound may surface itself to where you're finding yourself being emotional or physical. A physical neglect towards your kids, in a sense of like, you may be thinking like, maybe this is why you guys don't listen to me. Maybe this is why I'm struggling with issues with my children. It's because I should have done things the way that I was taught, I was raised. And that's the reason why you guys talk back, or that's the reason why you guys think you can express yourself to me any kind of way. That's the reason why you do this or that. Okay. Do not listen to that voice. That is the voice of resistance. Okay? The Page of Swords is about somebody who is calculating and unconcerned about the feelings of others. All right. So yeah, it's like from a young age, you were taught not to question things. And it's like you may teach your children to express themselves, to cry, to be open, to express how they feel. You're trying to do things different, because you know how it feels to be that kid who's not heard. You know how it feels to be that kid who is rejected. You know how it feels, to have to deal with these insecurities or these questions of asking yourself, does my voice truly matter? Does my voice truly matter? Is who I am, is that something that's meaningful? Because if it was so meaningful, why am I always rejected? Why do I feel isolated? Right? So let's go ahead and let's get into a clarification for this omen card here. This omen. And I just heard if they can't own your mind and your actions, they don't want anything to do with you. A lot of people in your family are like brainwashed. It's like people can do the craziest stuff and they just are like, but that's still my aunt, that's still my cousin, that's still my uncle, that's still my family. And it's like, you don't believe in that. You don't believe in that. Yeah. Let's see. This omen. The Empress card keeps wanting to come, y'all. Yes, the Empress card definitely wants to be seen because she just keeps wanting to come out. So a lot of you guys are experiencing this rejection, this isolation, this separation between family and betrayal from the feminine energy in your life. With this Empress card here, and it was coming out in the reverse, you guys, you're experiencing this energy from the divine feminine energy, the mothers in your life, the grandmothers, the women in your life. Because these women are very insecure. They lack confidence. They don't want to grow. They have overbearing tendencies. They live in disharmony and dis-ease. And then we have, again, the word neglect. I don't know if you guys can see that at the bottom, but I'll put it in as close as I can. But we have neglect here, you guys. Just trust me. We have neglect here. And they're so used to being treated a certain kind of way by their big mama, by their grandma, by this person, by that person, that's naturally the way they deal with opposition with their children, by being emotionally or physically neglectful towards their children. Because they have done this generation and time again. And it's out of fear. And again, going back to this father wound energy here. Toxic, absent, emotionally unavailable father. And I feel like for a lot of these women, because of this energy, it's really hard for them to step into their feminine energy, because the divine feminine upright, when she's in her power, okay, is fertile, motherhood, sensuality, nurturing, creative, beautiful. She's not in this natural energy that she is supposed to be embodying. And so it's really hard for her to attract a man. Let's go there. It's really hard for her to keep a man. Okay? Men get around her, don't like her. If she got a man, man secretly don't like her, talk about her behind her back, says she's overbearing, says she's too much. I don't know why she treats y'all kids like that. Okay? The men that she's with see a side of her that is embarrassing. But she doesn't know any other way to be. And so masculine energy can't exist in this feminine energy's presence because of this energy of being overbearing, of being overly dominant, of trying to occupy or possess both roles. It's like, how are you imbalancing your feminine energy, but you're trying to be overly dominant in your masculine energy? Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Okay? But again, we're trying to approach this situation with compassion, okay? So this is definitely something that has been passed down to the divine feminines within your lineage, okay? All right. Let me move these cards over here. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this clarifier for this loss of ancestral knowledge. Okay, let's take a look at this clarifier for loss of ancestral knowledge. This is like Akashic records, and it's like the things that the people in your family go through with the women in your life, with the mother, okay, with the absent father even. It's so traumatic that they don't even want to talk about it. I'm just feeling like it's like a blocked throat chakra. It's like the stuff you went through, you just want to forget about it. You don't want to talk about it. So there may be this lack of communication within your family as well, to where it's like nobody wants to be the oracle, right? Nobody wants to talk about, my mom does this. It's like it's shunned upon to speak negatively of your mom or of your grandmother or of your aunt or of your this. Everybody shuts that down, But it's like nobody wants to be the oracle, be the healer, to speak about things that are going on within the family so that there could be some type of pattern recognition. Like, hey, I'm experiencing that as well. I'm experiencing that as well. And on a collective scale, there is this disownment that is happening within the collective body, where speaking about your mother is blasphemy, right? You have to just keep it to yourself, right? Because she gave you life, right? And so there is this silencing, this energy of feeling silence that I'm hearing that is blocking you guys in your current life because of this ancestral wound, okay? So let's go ahead and dive a bit deeper, you guys. Let's dive a bit deeper. Loss of ancestral knowledge, colonialism, systems of oppression. Okay, bam. Woo, y'all. This reading is just gonna take me down. So we got the Devil card coming out here, you guys, to confirm this loss of ancestral knowledge. Okay. And let me just read you guys the card, okay? It says addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault. And if you could see in this image, they're tied down. They're in bondage. This is the ancestral wound. And it's like I'm hearing, that for a lot of you guys, the Five of Swords in reverse is about defeat. A lot of your ancestors have accepted defeat. They've accepted the fact that their voice has been stripped from them. They've accepted the fact that there's this loss of ancestral knowledge, of wisdom that they will never inherently have access to. And because of this false sense of acceptance, I will say, they've started to move towards a substance abuse, to being in karmic or toxic relationships. They've given up. They start to indulge in the matrix because they feel hopeless. They feel helpless. Okay? Whew. Let me see something real quick, you guys. Let me just see something real quick here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Spirit, is this what I think it is? Yep. Lack of accountability. The blame game. Blaming everybody but yourself. This is the energy here. Just chaos. It's like ultimate chaos. This energy is freaking chaotic. Look at that. Secrets. Family secrets. Lack of honesty. Taking it to the grave. They just want to take all of this shit to the grave. Who wants to live with that? Who wants to pass this down to... I don't want to pass this down to my kids, to my kids' kids. But they've given up. They've accepted defeat to where they're keeping these family secrets. They're keeping these things hidden, okay? Because nobody wants to take accountability, you guys. I hope you guys are getting this, okay? Take accountability for what? Look at the next card, you guys. For trauma from abuse, physical, emotional, sexual. And this is all devil card energy. They're keeping secrets because their voice has been stripped from them. And a lot of these individuals within your lineage, this could even be you, because of the neglect of your caregivers, because of the neglect you experienced as a child. This ultimately manifested itself as trauma from abuse, physical, emotional, or sexual. And they want to keep these things a secret. They want to take it to the grave. And what they don't realize is they're not taking it to the grave. They're passing it down through DNA, coding, okay? And it is reinventing itself or recycling into generations and generations and generations and generations, okay? All right. Now what we're going to do, you guys, we're going to go ahead and pull a chakra focus card. These cards are called Root to Release, Ancestral Chakra Healing, all right? And these are in the works. They will be available soon for those of you guys who want to purchase it, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to pull a card or some cards from this Root to Release deck so that we can identify specific chakras or blockages that needs attention and healing in relation to the ancestral healing revealed in these cards here, okay? So let me do a quick little shuffle. All right. Let us identify the chakras or the blockages that needs attention and healing for these ancestral wounds. Thank you, Spirit, for the discernment. We have a card that flipped over. I thought I saw one. All right, so I'm going to shuffle because it didn't come out, but I'm going to take notice that card was there. Okay, if it wants to come out, trust me, it will come out. So let's see, blockages. All right, so the first card we have out here is release attachment to outcomes and surrender your desires to the universe. All right, release attachment to outcomes and surrender your desires to the universe. And so what I feel like this card is here for in regards to attachments, this is about them releasing this attachment that they have to chaos, to overindulgence, to drama, to antagonism, to recklessness behavior, the lack of discord, this lack of perspective, releasing this attachment to, if I, be emotionally or physically available to my child, or, if I allow them to read certain things or have a certain voice or speak about certain things, what will the outcome be? Will certain things in my family be exposed, right? Will certain things about myself be exposed? Because we have to understand something about the energy of exposure. Exposure ultimately leads to enlightenment, right? Okay, so because exposure ultimately leads to enlightenment, an illuminated path, okay, this is going to ultimately shine a light on whatever has been hiding in the darkness, okay? And there are a lot of people, okay, and may even yourself, who has a fear of what happens when I speak up. What happens when I voice my opinion? What happens when I tell my story? Because you can see already these individuals lack accountability. They want to play the blame game. You know what I mean? They're going to blame it on you. They're gonna blame it on everybody else but you. Whatever trauma, abuse you've experienced, whatever neglect you've experienced. So there's a story that I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are needing to share. For whatever reason, my throat chakra is really heavy in this reading, and we might be working on throat chakra. I don't know yet. We'll see in the cards. But I feel like you are in a family or a lineage where you guys are supposed to be oracles. You could have a family where a lot of people smoke cigarettes and things like that, okay? That just a little random thing. It doesn't have to resonate with everybody, okay? Because I'm seeing fog or clarity, a fog that's blocking clarity within the throat, okay? And I feel like you guys have a long line of ancestors who are oracles, who use their voice to heal and help other people. And somewhere along the way, someone wanted you silenced. Okay? Someone wanted you silenced. Underneath the deck, you guys, card that I was telling you guys, if it wanted to come out, it'll come out. You have a long-standing curse. Hex, curse, spell work, protection. So this for me is a card representing the hand of magic in your lineage, a curse, the hand of magic. Okay? But let's go ahead and keep going. Release attachments to outcomes and surrender your desires to the universe. So this is what you guys need to release as well. Release attachments to outcomes. Release the attachment to the outcome of what happens when you tell your story. Okay? Because what you think is going to happen actually is not going to be the case. I feel like it's going to be your key to activating ancestral gifts. Okay? Let's go ahead and see what else, Spirit. That might be the only message here. Let's see. Okay, we have one more card coming out here. All right, so it says underneath the deck, it says issues releasing resentment or anger or hurt towards yourself and others. And we talked about this. That's why I was feeling heavily that I wanted you guys to approach this reading with compassion, okay? And not a hardened heart. So letting go of anger or hurt towards that you may have towards yourself and others, okay? Let's keep going. So we have sacral chakra coming out here. So the candle that you guys are going to be working with is going to be an orange candle. You can utilize herbs such as jasmine, sandalwood, and I don't know how to pronounce this one, lang lang, okay? Let me show y'all this. So you can take a picture or whatever. Okay, you got it? Good. All right. So the candle that you guys are going to be working with to heal this ancestral wound, to release these attachments to outcomes, and surrender your device to the universe, issues releasing resentment, anger, hurt towards yourself and other, is going to be working with this this sacral chakra, this orange candle, which is connected to the sacral chakra. Okay, that is what Spirit wants you guys to be working with in order to heal this. All right, so what is the sacral chakra? The sacral chakra is connected to our sweetness, or this is where the self is established. Okay, it's connected to sensuality and creativity. Okay, and the primary function of this energy is our center of pleasure and overall enjoyment of life. Okay, overall enjoyment of life. It's connected to our stomach and our upper kidneys, etc., our sexual organs, reproductive system. So this furthermore gives me that a lot of you guys do have abuse, trauma and abuse that is sexual. A lot of your ancestors did deal with abuse and trauma that was sexually related, which has in this life blocked your sacral chakra. So it's blocked your sacral chakra. And let me give you some examples of how this energy has manifested itself into your life at this time. Okay, so blocked sacral chakras are indication of a lack of pleasure, sexual dysfunction, intimacy issues, emotional instability, you know, not really having the creativity that you need to do something. You may have an idea, but you don't know how to put it out there. You don't know how to express it, you know. Again, with the Empress card, which is that sacral chakra energy as well, which deals with the creative center. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get you an orange candle. Again, if you just have an orange candle, if you don't have an orange candle, use a white candle like this one, and then you can put some herbs in there. Like you see, I have this candle here. You guys can see that. All right. And you want to get you some jasmine, some sandalwood, some ylang ylang. All right. And this is going to help you guys to release the issues or resentment or anger, you know, associated with the physical, emotional, or sexual abuse that your ancestors have experienced. Okay. Even if you haven't experienced this, you're saying, Ashe, I didn't go through this. This is something I'm telling you that is affecting you in your life as far as it relates to your sacral chakra energy being blocked, your ability to be creative. Our ancestors live in us and through us. Okay. And that's why it's so important for us to do this healing work. All right. We making sense? And this is going to help to get that emotional, creative, sexual energy back flowing again. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. So I want to pull one more. Look at that, y'all. I knew it was going to come out. Throat chakra. Ancestral wounds of communication, expression, and fear of speaking. I knew it. Fear of speaking. Fear of expressing yourself. I knew it. And then that's just the front card, you guys. So yeah, we have the throat chakra coming out here as well. So the fear of communication, like I said, I feel like the curse that you guys have been suffering is being afraid to speak out. Okay? Being afraid to speak up for yourself. Okay? So what you want to do as well, you want to light a blue candle, and you want to address that candle with some peppermint, some eucalyptus, and some cameline. Okay? And you want to burn that candle. All right? So we have two things. You can do both of these rituals, okay, you guys? And if you guys, you can do both of these rituals if you resonate, or you can do the one that most resonates with you, okay? I would recommend to do both. Why not? Why not, okay? All right, yeah, but that's what y'all gonna do to clear out this energy. Look at that again, a long-standing curse, a hex. This is confirmation. I told you if you want to come out, it's gonna come out. So y'all doing the healing work around here, okay? Y'all doing the healing work around here. I love to see it. So that's what you're going to do. So next, let's pull from our DNA awakening. This is the ancestral gifts that you guys are going to be activating, okay? As a result of doing this healing work here, which is throat chakra, sacral chakra, all right? So let's go ahead and see. So we're going to pull a card or pull a few cards, whatever comes out, to see what gifts or strengths that you guys are activating or unlocking through this healing process here, okay? All right, so we have relationship harmony. It says all patterns of dysfunction and conflict are healed. Greater harmony with connection with others. So this is something, if you've been feeling like disconnected, like you can't keep friends, or every relationship you get in, it fails. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's going on. You can't connect well with others. This is due to this ancestral wound here. And so by you doing this throat chakra, doing this sacral chakra work, the ancestral gift that you're going to be inheriting, okay, and not inheriting in another life, inheriting right in the effing now. Okay, do this work. Light these candles and feel a shift in your body. Feel a shift in the way you express yourself. You're not going to be letting stuff slide no more with people. Okay, you're going to be ready to create, to manifest abundance in your life. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have some things that you want to create in your life, to manifest more abundance, to manifest more peace in your life, but you're just afraid. And you don't know why you're afraid. You may say, I don't know why I can't put the book out there. I don't know why I can't start the new class. I don't know why. I have no motivation. I don't know why. You don't know why because it's deeply rooted ancestral wounds. Okay? And so what you're going to be activating is relationship harmony. All right? Relationship harmony. All patterns of dysfunction and conflict are healed, and greater harmony and connection with others. So you're going to be able to get along with people and feel open and not feel afraid to trust people when you're meeting new people, you know, because that's a big thing that I'm getting here with you guys as well. Okay. Not being afraid to trust people, to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, to be open, because in the past, when your ancestors put themselves out there, okay, or this could be you as even a kid, but this is something that's been passed down. There's this lack of accountability. There's this rejection. So you're afraid of people getting to know the real you because you're fear of feeling rejected, of feeling abandoned. Okay? So let's go ahead and see another ancestral gift you guys are going to be activating. What are you guys going to be activating or unlocking through this healing process? Okay. All right. So we have generational wisdom. Okay. It says you now have access to the accumulated wisdom and knowledge of the ancestors. Okay. They're going to help to guide your decision making. Okay. This is the gift that you are activating. You're having access to. You're going to have access to generational wisdom. Remember, I told you there was something here about someone not wanting information or knowledge to continue. And so it's like it's going to be activated. It's going to be available to you now. And when we say generational wisdom, it's not just the bad things. It's the good things too. It's the good things that you never got to hear about from your grandma and your grandma and your great grandma and so forth, and way beyond and way beyond and way beyond and way beyond. This generational wisdom. And that generational wisdom that you're going to have access to is going to give you that ability that you need to make decisions, to take action, to move forward. Should I start this business? Absolutely. I have that gut feeling. I know I should do it because this. Should I move to this place? Absolutely, I should do it. I should pack up my stuff and I should go ahead and move to this place. Should I get this? Yes, I absolutely. It's going to help you to be a great decision maker. No more procrastination. You're not living in fear anymore. Okay? You're going to be able to make decisions based on this generational wisdom that you are going to have access to, that has been denied to you, that has been denied to generations and generations 7 years before you, okay? And 14 years before you, and 21 years before you, and so forth and so forth, okay? Because again, a lot of you guys' ancestors are oracles. This is something that's really big that I'm seeing here. They're oracles, and they had this wisdom. And there's this long-standing curse, this hex, this spell work that wanted to shut them up, okay? All right. And Spirit just told me to pull one more, okay? So we're going to pull one more from this deck, and then we're going to get into some oracle cards. So you're going to have access to generational wisdom, all this knowledge and wisdom, okay? And it's going to give you the ability to harness better relationships in your life and to heal from this pattern of dysfunction and conflict, okay? And you may even notice once you do this healing work, all of a sudden you see your family from a different light. That don't mean people are toxic and abusive towards you. You gotta deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But you may notice you start to have a compassion for them from this healing work that you're doing, to where you may notice someone may come up to your mom or whoever. Hey, I'm sorry about this, or, I really didn't feel like I loved you the way you needed to be loved, or I gave you the emotional support you need to give. You may get healing through people finally healing the throat chakra of so many in your lineage, to where there's this massive healing that's taking place on an emotional level, to where people are more expressive. You know what? I wasn't a good mom. You know what? I wasn't there for you. You know what? I didn't support you. You know what? I didn't protect you. And I'm sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we have. So don't forget, you guys, get your blue candle. Okay, for your throat chakra. Get you some peppermint, some dried peppermint, eucalyptus. You can get you some oil as well, some essential oils as well, if that's what you have. And get your orange candle as well for your sacral chakra, you guys. All right. And so then we have here another ancestral gift. It says, be your own boss. The gift of courage to step out of the matrix and pursue your passions. This is the entrepreneurial card here, okay? You're becoming an entrepreneur. Okay, again, you're taking action on something creative now. Through doing this healing work. Do this work, you guys, okay? It's not just some little candle you burning. It's not just some little chakras you burning. This ain't just some little reading. I'm telling you that right now, all right? This is giving you the access to be your own boss. The gift of courage to step out of the matrix and pursue your passions. And again, the sacral chakra is connected to our passions, our creativity. This is it. This is what's going on. This the vibes, the tea, and the energy. Okay. And then again, underneath the deck here, we have emotional liberation. You and your offsprings are free from it. You and your offsprings. You and your kids. You and your kids. Okay. You and your kids. You and your offsprings are free from inherited emotional burdens, trauma, free to experience emotional well-being. Praise God. Praise God. All right. So let's move on. I hope y'all picking that up and writing it down. So now we're going to get into some additional messages for some oracle cards, you guys. Get some additional messages going here. Let me go ahead and move these. So not only are we shining a light on the dysfunction, the dis-ease within your lineage, this long-standing curse here, but I'm showing you guys what needs to be done to clear it out, okay? And I'm also showing you guys the benefits of it, okay? The benefits of it. All right. And y'all let me know if you're watching this video on the replay. Let me know. Comment down below and let me know how this message resonates with you, how this message resonates with what you're currently going through, with what you've experienced with your family. And after you light these candles, okay, what happens? Because the shift is going to be quick. It's going to be swift. All right. So let's just go ahead and pull some additional oracle cards and see what else. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me do this little thing. They want to make sure I'm still on the live. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and see some additional messages coming out here for those who it resonates with. Some additional messages of clarity. Okay. All right. All right. So we have regret coming out here. It says, I know that I cannot change the past. I know I cannot change the past. So a lot of, your ancestors were filled with a lot of regret, especially, on their deathbed, or they feel like, wow, I could have really, stepped out of the matrix. I really could have pursued my passions. I really could have, done something about this or that, or spoke up or whatever. And then, so they're, another thing they're dealing with is regret. Because they know deep down inside, whether they want to, verbally express it, that there's a lot of regret here of things that they know they didn't do right. You know what I mean? And a lot of them deal with a lot of regret even after death, okay? Even after death, during death. It's like they start thinking about everything they should have, would have, could have. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. And it's like, it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Wow. That's insane. Y'all do this healing work. Do this healing work, y'all. All right, let's put one more card. And a lot of your ancestors, or you may notice, within your, like your grandma, your great-grandma, things like that, they kind of may have died alone, okay? Because they done pushed everybody away, okay? That's not going to be for everybody. But if it resonates, then it's for you. All right. Yep. Look at that. We have guilt. It's a lot of guilt that you're going to be working through. Guilt. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist me in my soul's growth. This is what you are releasing, okay? Regret. guilt. And these are all connected. You see, these are orange. These are connected to the sacral chakra energy. And and as you can see here, the blue here for the guilt, that's the throat chakra energy. The red is the root chakra energy. Okay? So that's what I mean when I say, y'all, we get into the root of these issues. We're getting to the root of the issues with you. We're getting to the roots of the issues with your children. We're getting to the root. Okay, so that we can truly heal once and for all right? So again, we have orange here for that sacral chakra. Sacral chakra, that candle is going to be healing that regret. And I am going to be offering these candles dressed and blessed and things like that really soon, but I don't care, y'all see I got the cards with the names on it. It's more important for me with my handwriting on it for me to get these messages out right now, and as I have time and the energy and my spiritual team leads me to, then go ahead and move towards those next steps. But for right now, we need to do this healing work, y'all, for real. All right. But yeah, this is that sacral chakra energy and that throat chakra energy, baby, coming through very clearly here with guilt and regret. And look at that, y'all. Courage. Courage is in reverse, y'all. Let me turn around so y'all can see it. In reverse. It says, I find that inner strength to face the fear with confidence. And what card? It was a card here that talked about courage. I don't remember which one. I don't remember. I was saying something about courage. I think it had to do with the throat chakra. Okay? With speaking up. With fear of speaking up. Okay? And the courage card came out in reverse. So this is about you guys feeling afraid, having the courage to speak up because of guilt and regret and shame that's been pushed on you from this ancestral womb. So you may find that you've been lacking courage in other areas of your life. People just been running over you, treating you any kind of way, and you can't figure out why I can't stand up for myself. Why I can't da-da-da-da-da. This is why. Okay? This is why. All right? All right. Let's go ahead. Let's put some more oracle cards, you guys. I did not expect to be on here so long, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. It ain't what it ain't. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm sure I'm going to be out of energy and breath at the end of this reading. If you guys want to learn how to do protection candles, I do have a protection candle class. The link is in my bio. I'm showing you guys how to create protection candles, exactly how to do it from start to finish. If you want to book a reading with me, link in the bio. Okay. Try not to inbox me, you guys, because my inbox is over flooded. So yeah, use that link. Okay, I have so many different readings and things like that. You want to dive deeper into your particular ancestral womb. I'm sure for a lot of you guys, some of these same things might come up. You know, maybe some different healing methods, healing modalities. But yeah, anywho, let's see. So now we're gonna pull a card from this deck here. What is the name of this deck? The Sacred Symbols Oracle. Okay. The Sacred Symbols Oracle. Let's see. And you know, again, that's so interesting. I'm saying oracle because I said that you guys were oracles. That's so crazy. I didn't even plan that, obviously. But anyway, let's see. Wow. We got death coming out again, which represents the ancestors, y'all. That's crazy. All right. Anything else? All right. They got a lot to say, of course. Okay. So we have grounded coming out here. Okay. So yeah, let's see what we got. All right. So we have jealousy, the evil eye. Okay. We have jealousy, the evil eye. And that could have been where this long-standing curse or hex came from. I don't want to dive too deep into why this curse was put on y'all. I just want you to focus on one thing at a time. And that's just understanding that it is. Okay? It's spell work. Okay? It's jealousy. It's evil. A lot of people have been jealous. They don't want you to express yourself. This could be even evil eye sent from you, from family members. Okay? All right. Karmic path. Wow. Karmic path. Wow, that's crazy. Saturn energy. Divinity, y'all. Divinity. And we're going to get into all these cards. Don't worry. I'm going to read them for you. We have earth energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You don't have to be in this energy to resonate with this message. Okay, this is just simply talking about stability, which makes sense with this grounded card here. Okay, anchored. And then we have the death card here, which represents change, transformation. So I'm going to briefly run through each of these cards real quick to make sure we're not missing any messages. Let me get some water. Drink some water. Drink some water, girl. Drink some water, girl. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that this card represents Saturn, because Saturn deals with karma, but we're going to read from the book and see. Okay, so we have death here. It says, the noticeable end of a cycle or situation, grieving or mourning a loss in order to heal. It's time to watch the old ways leave itself in the past, allowing feelings of grief, of sadness to move through you with ease. Meditate on this when you want to honor an ending or letting go in your life with grace. Without death, there is no life, and vice versa. So this is, confirmation here that there is a complete transformation or shift that is happening within your lineage as a result of you doing this ancestral healing work, okay? It's happening. It's breaking through timelines and dimensions and reality, and it's reaching who it needs to reach, okay? And really changing so much for you, okay? So let's read Earth, okay? This card here. All right. It says, the tangible world and all that is physical in nature, what you can see, feel, and touch, invites you to participate in enjoying it. Inviting earth energy into your current situation will bring more stability at this time. Be kind to the temple of the body that is a home for your soul. It requires adequate nutrition and rest. Meditate on this symbol when you want more of a connection to the physical plane and validation of all that is here in the three-dimensional world with you. Honor it, see it, feel it, experience it with love and respect. And this is about it says the alchemy, the earth alchemy, okay? And what I feel like is that it's been something is the word construct, or it's something that's so abstract rather, okay? Of people in your family not really knowing why they do what they do. They just been little ants. It's like when an ant, right? Like if you pour water on an ant bed and they're just scrambling, right? A lot of the ants will rush to try to just get away from the chaos and go to start trying to build a new home for shelter, for security, for safety, right? It's like, but they don't really know the root cause, like why, maybe we shouldn't, put this tree or this ant farm under this tree, because when it rains, the water drips and it falls here. It's like no one wants to get to the root issue, if that makes sense, within your family. Or hey, if there are birds, it's like, hey, this tree, whenever it's too windy, it always blows the nest away. Maybe we should move it somewhere else. It's like nobody wants to get to the root to alchemize what's really going on within your lineage and putting a word on it, okay? Abuse, right? I'm traumatized, These are secrets. There's neglect. When you start using words like that with your family, it instantly shuts them off. Their energy is instantly resistant when you start using words like that, right? And it's like what you're doing is you are giving a voice to the voiceless, and you're giving a word to the, I don't know why I do that. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's move on to divinity. It says, you are divine. This message comes with a warning and a blessing. Drawing this card invites you to proceed with love over fear. No matter what your situation or relation, proceed only from a place of unconditional love, reverence, and understanding. Life is filled with choices. Make sure they are ones that respect all involved, including yourself. Meditate on this symbol when you want to connect with the unseen elemental beings for support. And so this is the energy of your spiritual team. This is also the energy of your elevated ancestral team, okay? And that's something that I want to get into with you guys, because my work is heavily being pulled to focus on ancestral wounds and trauma and healing, and the true way, or not the true way. I don't want to use 3D dimensional words for something like that. The way that I've been drawn to connect with, to approach ancestral healing, has literally changed me. And that's why I want to share it, okay? When you work with your elevated ancestors, okay, those who have risen above the curse. Those who have risen above not taking accountability, the blame game, okay? Those who have activated these ancestral gifts of generational wisdom, of relationship harmony, of being their own boss. They're here to support you because they know how hard this work is. They know how rigid it can be. They know the jealousy that can transpire when one seeks to go down the path less traveled. Okay? And they're saying to you in this moment, we understand, but we are still encouraging you from a higher timeline to approach this situation with unconditional love, with reverence, and with understanding. They're saying this is how we unlocked these ancestral gifts. We didn't approach it with judgment. We didn't approach it with ridicule. We didn't approach it with trying to guilt trip folk. We didn't approach it with trying to give up, to accept defeat, to saying, I know I can't change this person. I give up. I know I can't, they're saying we didn't approach it from this standpoint, okay? They're saying the way that you have to approach this is very delicate, okay? It's very delicate. But they have so much confidence in you as well, okay? They have confidence. They have so much confidence in you, all right? Okay. All right, so let's move on to jealousy. This card here, which is the evil eye, you guys. Let's move on to this card here. And it says, oh, wait a minute. Okay, it says drama straight ahead. Prepare, embrace yourself. I'm sorry, wrong one. Stop, rewind. I'm like, wait a minute, spirit, what happened? Like, that's not the energy. It wasn't, it was the wrong card. I'm sorry. Let's go to the right one. Okay. All right. So jealousy, it says envy, jealousy, and bad vibes. This card comes as a warning that all is not as it seems, or maybe it is. There may be some jealousy being presented or projected at you at this time. Fear not. This warning is here to provide you with enough distance to take the necessary action to protect your heart, mind, and energy. Or perhaps the good old compare and despair monster has got you wishing or longing for what another has or is doing. Sometimes the jealousy is within you. This is a powerful time to check in and see where you may be feeling inadequate, or if you are missing something. Meditate to shield yourself from negative thoughts, envy, or jealousy. All right. And so again, this is a great time to arm yourself with protection work. Okay. So y'all grab that. It's $24 for the class. All right. But yeah, again, this jealousy coming through here. And I feel like this jealousy is here because there are going to be people who are going to be seeing your life increase, but they're not going to know what you had to do to experience this massive level up in your life. Okay, they're not going to, they don't know. Forgive them, for they do not know, right? They're just going to see you being your own boss, right? That's all they're going to see. They're going to see you being your own boss, you stepping into your power, you speaking up, you speaking out, you having all this access, you feeling like you're this wise sage all of a sudden, you having harmonious romantic relationships, friendships, your soul community supports you. And this is what they're going to see. Okay, and it's going to bring about a lot of jealousy. I'm being called to pull some tarot cards on that. Okay, look at that. Queen of Wands. Everybody's so jealous of the Queen of Wands. And let me tell you why. It says because she has a good business sense. Can y'all see that? She has good business sense. She's confident. She has foresight. She's attractive. She's magnetic. She's a mature woman, a helpful friend, someone who's well-liked, a kind and loyal and generous and competent, a competitive woman who enjoys enterprise and limelight, who also values her home and your family. This is what they're going to be jealous of. And this is what they're going to be trying to send you the evil eye from. Look at that. 7 of Swords. What did I say? Deceit, lies, trickery, cheating, theft, underhanded, dishonest, dangerous, risky behavior, enemies masquerading as friends, spies. This is that energy because they're going to see you stepping into your power. And what your ascended ancestors are saying here, don't allow this to make you not do the healing work. Like, oh, I'm going to show you motherfuckers. Like, okay, y'all want to hate on me, my family, this and this and this. Well, watch how I boss my life up. Watch how I do this. Watch how I distance myself from y'all and I don't give a fuck about the family, this and this. They're saying approach this still with unconditional love and compassion. Now, does this mean that you have to have somebody who has a jealous heart or the evil eye in your energy, all in your business, talking on the phone to them, having them in your home, being around them? No. But even when you see that someone is trying, who has jealous energy towards you, you can still send them love and light. You know why? Because you know now. You know, you're aware of where this is coming from. And a lot of people are jealous of you because they're going to see you expressing yourself and they still feel fear of expressing their self because of this ancestral wound. Some of you guys can have kids that may have, been born with speech issues as well. Or your generation, your family may have been born with a lot of kids who have speech issues, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and read card number 8, which says Karmic Path. All right, it says Saturn. Yeah, okay. It says Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun and the 2nd largest in the solar system. Saturn is connected to the concepts of limitation and restriction. Although it may seem depressing on the surface, Saturn's role in astrology is to bring meaning and structure to our lives. Hold up. It says karmic lessons, learning experience, hard work, perseverance, and structure. A new and valuable lesson is available to you at this time. This moment requires your due diligence. Pay attention to what is being presented to you. Have you been down this road before? Our souls come to this earth school to learn valuable lessons as beings and for the planet. What are you being taught right now? This moment may require hard work, but it will have many long-lasting rewards. You are not being punished, but are gaining tools and experience for living that will be with you for the rest of your life. Drawing this card also tells you that the foundation of what you are building is strong, and it is a part of your legacy. Okay? It's a part of your legacy. And yeah, you are so right. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. It could be the total opposite. Where you, like I said in the beginning, with how you treat your children with this Page of Swords here, I'm not going to pin it up, to where, you're right. They could be, your kids could be talky. That's like Moon and Gemini energy. But anyway, could be talky, wanting to talk all the time. And you not wanting to, not even unknowingly wanting to put that ancestral wound on them. You let them talk like, oh Lord, they're driving me crazy. They just want to be quiet. Oh my God. It's like, that's why it feels like maybe a constant struggle for you when they're talking so much, That's why it may feel like a constant struggle for you. Yeah, them Gemini moons love to chitty chat paddywhack, okay? They can talk about anything. Okay. But yeah, so it could be both ways. That's super interesting. Thank you for that perspective. Okay. So now we're going to pull some self-care cards real quick, you guys, because I like to balance out this spiritual energy here. Remember, you guys, the candles that we're supposed to do. Now we're going to pull some practical cards for some things that you can do to help you align as well with this energy. Because I like to balance spirituality with practicality. Okay. So there are going to be some spiritual things you're going to be doing, which is going to be doing that throat chakra candle and doing that sacral chakra candle. And there's going to be some physical things you guys are going to be tapping into as well, or whatever self-care cards come out here. And then we're going to close out, you guys. I don't feel like that card was supposed to be here, but we're going to keep it. It says make a vision board. Okay, make a vision board. This is a message here. Some of you guys maybe needed to make a vision board. All right. What else? Okay, and then we have I'm not gonna take this card, but it says flow like water. This card came out first. It says abundance planning. This is getting a budget, getting your finances in order. Okay, I'm gonna read from the book as well. Okay. For these cards. Okay. So make a vision board. Let's see. Oh, it's a lot, but we're going to just read a little bit. Okay. It says journal prompt. What are 3 top things you want to manifest in your life? Okay. Visualization is a key part of manifestation, and making a vision board is a potent way to call in what you've been seeking. Okay, so I'm not gonna read all of that. Y'all get it, okay? Vision board. All right, abundance planning. Let's go ahead and read that one. It says, I attract a new level of abundance in alignment with my self-worth and reflective of my generous nature. Your financial health is an essential aspect of your overall wellness practice. It's time to take a closer look at how you're spending, saving, and making money. To begin, review all of your bank accounts, investments, and your credit cards, as well as any loans you're carrying. Doing so will help you to get clear on your financial status. So these are some practical things that is being shown here within this reading for you guys to do as well, to really heal this ancestral wound, okay? So, yeah, definitely Saturn energy. Saturn rewards hard work, okay? Saturn definitely rewards hard work. Saturn gonna put you through it, but you're gonna learn some valuable lessons, and you're gonna be glad that you went the long way versus taking shortcuts, okay? So now let's go ahead and pull from the affirmations with Ashe to close out this reading. Okay. All right, so the first one says, everything and everyone does not require access to you. It's okay to say no. Okay. And that goes into, again, I said, just because people want to be around you, people want to, that doesn't mean you have to, but that doesn't mean you have to be mean or cruel or nasty. You're just setting healthy boundaries. Okay. Setting healthy boundaries. Again, that's that throat chakra blue coming out as well here with that everything and everyone does not require access to you. It's okay to say no. A lot of you guys may be very passive aggressive to where you don't say no. You do everything but say no, right? Put the phone on do not disturb, hyper-aggression tendencies, slamming things, but you never really say no. That's why Spirit is saying it's okay to say no. Okay? All right, and then we have here, I release the need to be validated. I am my own confirmation. Okay, I release the need to be validated. I am my own confirmation. And this is orange. And orange is what, you guys? It is sacral chakra energy. Okay, I am my own confirmation. Okay, and so when you're doing this candle work, you can, it's going to help you to release the need to be validated by anyone. And you can write on that candle as well, I am my own confirmation. The white literally represents the energy that you're inviting in, okay? So I'm my own confirmation. I am my own confirmation, period. And what does this card say? I know it's blue, so it's for the throat chakra. It says you have everything you need to be successful. Okay, so they also want to say as well for the blue candle, right? I have everything I need to be successful. Okay? All right. So that's it. That's all. That's tea, you guys. Oh, wait. Hold up. We got another card. It says, I embrace getting out of my comfort zone. Okay, so you can write all of that on your candle with the Sharpie marker. I have everything I need to be successful. I embrace getting out of my comfort zone. I want you guys to go back and watch the replay of this reading, and just whatever parts of this reading resonates with you, create your own little petition on it, and write it on that candle, you guys. Do the work. All right, do the work. Well, I love you guys so much, and it's been my pleasure to bring forward these messages and this new reading style that my spiritual team has been really pushing me to bring this forward to the collective. It's definitely needed at this time. Okay, this is not just a bullshit work. You're not just doing work for dead people who have no impact on your life. Okay, it very much does have a huge impact on your life. Okay, and it's going to help you again to become your own boss, to activate this generational wisdom and have more harmonious relationships. If you've been struggling, with relationship with money, with relationships in love, relationships and friendships, all of that, family, it's going to heal it all by you being the one to step out of your comfort zone and do that work that needs to be done. All right. So I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. We're going to be doing more of these readings, and make sure y'all let me know. You're watching the replay. Let me know what happens after you light these candles. What happens in your life, in your family? How does your situation transform? That's going to give you guys and give everybody else watching this the confidence and the courage to do the work, to be that beacon, to embrace being the oracle, being the healer. All right? So I'll talk to y'all later.